Welcome to We Are No Alamo, the mental health podcast. My name is Paige, PTF. I plead the fifth Waylon. This is my co-host slash guest today, Danny. Welcome, Danny.
Hello.
Yay. He's our new audio engineer for WANA. He's going to help us, soundbomb.com.
I'm going to help you guys sound great.
Yes.
Indeed.
Very excited. So cheers. Welcome to the podcast. If this is your first time, you can definitely check out the accountability jars in the front shot. What that is 4 sorries that don't make sense. What I mean by that is you want to build an awareness for your words. So what we're doing for the accountability jar is to build an awareness about what words you use for certain situations. For a WANA house rule is no apologies. They cost 10 cents.
Oh, wow.
A sorry
That's a pretty penny.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically what you're saying is every time I say sorry and it's for no reason, 10 cents comes out of my pocket.
Exactly. Give an example. Do you know
You heard
what?
that live. You heard it.
And we hold each other accountable. It's a fun game. So if Danny says, I'm sorry for gurgling water into the mic, then I'll be like, that's 10 cents, motherfucker.
I'm sorry for this audio sounding like shit. No, I'm totally kidding.
No, that would be not worth. That would be like, all right, get it together, Danny. Shouldn't be putting 10 cents in there. What am I paying you for?
If this audio sounds like crap, I'm going to be putting a lot more than 10 cents, trust me. So let's get this started. So
All right.
back to a serious note, this podcast is very important, correct?
It is
It's for
really
an important cause, so take it away. Let them know.
So what we're trying to do is build a more inclusive organization around talking about mental health and MI. We're calling mental illnesses MI, similar to, developing a new lexicon around sex work and what we used to call them prostitutes. So if we're building a new dialogue and building an inclusive organization trying to talk about difficult things, it's a really fun thing to do, this podcast, to bring people on like you who have an investment in mental health and want to learn about it and haven't really had an outlet to discuss hard topics like suicide and like self-harm and like bipolar disorder and borderline personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder. I mean, our president. But
Yeah.
for invisible mental health issues like that, sometimes it's hard to come out about it and actually discuss the hard topics. What made you want to come on to our WANA fam, Danny?
That's a great question, actually. Well, I'm one of those people that walks around the real world and has a smile on their face and is happy-go-lucky and lives their life and works and pays bills and I'm also one of those people that behind the curtain suffers from time to time with things like anxiety. More or less, I lean more towards like the OCD portion of what can be defined as certain parts of. I feel like it's all connected to one main depression, but OCD is probably what I suffer from the most. I've been, and I think that all kind of correlates to things that have happened to me in my life. And
Like biological factors growing up?
Not even just biological factors, but in general, like watching my grandfather pass away from things like, from cancer and that fear kind of being implemented to the prehistoric brain, so to speak, that I have inside my head. And it's terrifying because you really have no idea how powerful your brain is until you start to lose control of it, which is something that I feel like a lot of people that will be listening to this can relate to.
Yeah, so. And I want everyone to know that Danny is brand new and we're just now becoming quick friends because we're going to be working a lot together. For sure. So most of everything that he's saying is news to me as well. So thanks for opening up. Really, as far as OCD is concerned, does it affect your daily life?
It used to. I've learned to, first and foremost, before I move forward, I would definitely say meeting my wife, my significant other. Shout out to, Carrie Charlo, my wife, Carrie Perez Charlo.
And the new baby.
And our new 3-week-old Valentina Amora Charlo.
Oh, my heart.
Definitely, she... Well, now both of the women in my life definitely helped me build they are my quote unquote cure, so to speak, for this, because I noticed that before I went through the whole becoming a dad, my wife being pregnant, dealing with the emotions of her being pregnant, being super nervous as being a future father. I went through the whole entire, like, my anxiety, my depression, all that stuff got even worse because I had so much pressure on my back. Am I going to fail? Am I going to be a shitty father? All these kinds of things ran through my head.
All those judgments running through your
head. For sure. And the minute I can't say this works for everybody, but it worked for me because, no transparency, I was on Zoloft. And to control my OCD and things like that. And it was a low minimum dosage, but still, I didn't want to be on anything. Nobody wants to be on anything.
That's true.
And it was helping, but the minute I held Valentina in my arms in the hospital for the first 30 seconds and forward, like, she came out, I witnessed everything. I saw how brave my wife was. I saw what she did. Like, everything kind of just, like, washed away, and it was like,
it was bigger than MI.
Yeah, it was like can I say this can work for everyone? Am I telling everyone to go out there and get someone pregnant and have a child? No. I mean, I can say that I can say this is that up to the very last second before she took her first breath in this world, I was terrified, and then she was here and I felt like I was reborn. Yeah. So take that as you will, but yeah, my daughter and my wife was starting to heal me of all of this, because it's not easy to deal with, of course, as you know, like, people that are in our lives, our significant others, family members have to deal with all this.
It doesn't just affect that one person, diagnosed or undiagnosed.
For sure. It's just as hard as the people that have to sit there and watch their loved ones deteriorate in front of their eyes, and they don't understand why, because they were lucky enough not to have this card drawn for them, so to speak.
Or they want to offer help.
Yeah.
And sometimes the help isn't always enough. Yeah.
Which is nothing like negative towards them.
No, it's not that you didn't try enough.
It's just
you did.
Science. It's something that doctors are still trying to figure out why it happens. They're they're still in their infant stages of finding out. But I mean, overall, shout out to all those people out there that are dealing with people that suffer with depression, that have the patience, that have the courage, that have the strength to sit down every time somebody breaks down in front of you, every time somebody needs a hand, every time somebody needs somebody to talk to. Shout out to them, because you are just as strong, and you believe it or not, you might not feel it, but you are making a difference every time you do that.
You really are. And that's a huge point of this podcast too, right? Mm-hmm. To allow people, like, hey, someone's talking about this, and that gives them maybe, validating themselves that I can actually do something. There have been so many times that people have called me when I was in such a bad place, and they will never know that phone call meant so much to me. And we talk a lot on the podcast about, having a good support system. Mm-hmm. You obviously have a great support system with your wife, and congratulations on your new family.
Yeah.
Growing family.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Very exciting.
It's amazing.
Speaking of family and new baby girls, so I want to ask this question to every guest on the podcast. We all have that one song in high school that we would cruise down the road to and just wail and know every single lyric to that song. What was that song for you?
I'd have to say, RX Bandits, Sell You Beautiful.
Which, sing a little bit for me.
Wow, you're gonna be singing on the podcast first time in the podcast. It's so hard. It's a ska. It's ska, so it's got to be like, it's not easy to say. I won't sing it. I won't sing it, but I'll say that it's a song that correlates to people trying to look beautiful as best as they can by trying to fit into an image that the media and society paints for you to have to fit into when you don't need to. When you're beautiful just the way you are. So that's what the song talks about. He goes into things like, look who's got a new nose, passing with the big tits, things like that. I mean, it's a little vulgar, but he talks about, like, women walking around, getting surgeries, getting things done to try and keep up with this so-called norm that society builds for you in things like Hollywood and the media.
So you're just trying to fit in. That sounds pretty ska-ish.
Yeah, for sure.
Ska-ish.
But I loved it because I love the message, because I've always been who I am, as zany and as crazy as it is, and that song just spoke to me as, like, I'm never going to change the way I look. If I look a certain way, it's because that's the way I'm supposed to look.
Yours is it's kind of like going to that meeting with Kim Jong-un and Trump. Yours is very deep in ska, and mine is to my motherfucking man, 50 grand, the alcoholic man, just a talking in your bloodstream if you can't.
Rapping,
Biggie
I like
Smalls,
it.
the pussy stroker, MC provoker, chocolate tie smoker, elected Maximas and Acuras.
This is impressive. This is impressive. You're still going. This is impressive. This is absolutely
the little
impressive.
hookers on my lap. You know the flavor, Macca. Shot, beep beep, but I ain't your fucking comforter. And if I ever fall in love, you bet I'm fucking her.
I am literally going to check. Because I have to edit this podcast, I'm going to check all of these lyrics, and I want to see.
Play your games on me, then you crazy. Commitments, I'm Swayze. No time for the ill shit.
Swayze in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's in there. All right, so.
Well,
you had yours,
I'm done.
I had mine. Goodbye. Welcome and goodbye to We Are No Alamo podcast.
Great. That's awesome. Good stuff. Wow, you must have really loved that song.
I love that song.
I feel like I should have known every lyric now too.
Knowing yourself and really knowing when you just want to get down.
When you want to get down with the sickness.
Let him.
Yeah.
Get down with the sickness.
There you go. I'm gonna have a goldfish right now. I'm gonna crunch on one goldfish to celebrate your lyrical ingenuity. I'd like to call it.
You're a lyrical genius that I steal from the R.I.P. late great Biggie Smalls.
Yep, that's right. Aren't they making a movie about him?
Probably. I'm in there.
With Johnny Depp. It's about like his murder.
No. I mean, I wouldn't know. We talked about this, which is actually a good segue. So I have this thing. Let's see. July was for joy. In therapy, we talk about like radical acceptance. Every month I come up with a mental health, some kind of post-it idea that you would put on your mirror and, get your shit together page, like go out, face your demons with depression and move on with your life in the world. So August is...
A little pick-me-up.
Exactly. So like August is all about awareness and acceptance. And I want to talk about millennials and awareness about mental health issues. A lot of people have beef with millennials. I have beef with millennials because I have beef with myself. But I'm always categorically, I'm always confused about where you classify a millennial. Like, am I a millennial? Because I always hear people shoot out these different dates, but I was born in 1983. Okay.
So I went to school with the internet semi in its birth.
You know what a floppy disk is?
Yes. So that makes me a millennial.
I think so. Alexa, what's a millennial?
Millennium is usually defined as relating to a millennium or span of 1,000 years.
She gives you the scientific definition. You give me the bullshit definition.
I don't really understand.
I'm totally kidding.
No, you're not. Alexa, what is a millennial as far as pop culture is concerned? Maybe that's a little too weird for Alexa.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Listen, she's Alexa. She's not that, like, it's still in its infantile stages, this AI, okay? She has yet to take over the world. She has yet to take over the world.
Am I AI, man? Am I AI?
AKA Terminator.
It's all about perfectionism. It's whatever. The millenniums of or relating to a millennium.
Well, isn't it like this thing of like, and
sounds like a spelling bee.
For all the listeners out there that are going to listen to this and people that are like, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments and stuff like that.
Roast him.
But yeah, and feel free. But isn't it like the thing about blaming millennials is because they're supposedly very, very like touchy and like they feel like they're owed something, so to speak. Entitled.
However, because we've been I'm including myself, I'm including us. Because why not? Even if, according to Alexa, damn it, she heard me.
She heard you. Yeah, she has ears everywhere.
We may or may not be millennials. I still don't know what a floppy disk is.
So you played Oregon Trail. You died of dysentery many times.
Oh my gosh, I would give all of my people crossing the river like too much flour just to like see
I died of dysentery so many times in that game. I don't even know why.
Your 15 children got bit by rattlesnakes. Dun, dun.
Yeah.
The graphics in that game.
It was like I was in a time machine because now being in Texas, I feel like I'm every day
we're in
I'm
Austin.
dealing with something new, some sort of exotic insect or creature or rattlesnake or lizard that's trying to kill me.
Tell me about it.
Shout out to Texas animals.
We're in my kitchen right now. Shout out to Texas animals. No, y'all can all go fuck yourselves.
Well. Let's
That's
be
on the
specific
record.
here.
That's not a plead the fifth moment either.
I think this the scariest part for me of Texas is not the rattlesnakes, is not all that, it's the friggin' farm cockroaches that come out of nowhere and hang off the ceiling like Peter Parker and just want to like
and you
land.
can hear their wings. Wait, what?
I had an okay, so I had it. Me and my wife when we first got here, we went to we had a place in Cedar Park that we went to, and it was like the third day we were there, and it had one of the, like a ceiling like this, kind of popcorn ceiling, so to speak.
Asbestos.
Yeah.
It's been removed.
And we walk in, and my wife is just like, she walks in, she looks up, and she's like, stop.
Hammer time.
And I'm like, what's the matter? And she's like, look up. And I look up, and there's literally a farm roach with one arm hanging off the ceiling, looking down at me like, I'm gonna fuck up your night. You know? And he
like, you don't have to try. Aaron did it.
Falls
Please don't. No.
and hits the top of my head. It lands on my shoulder and just starts like getting jiggy with it on my shoulder. And I'm like, this is not okay. And then there was more and more and more. And then I was like, I don't know what's going on. And then I asked the people, the neighbors around me, and they were like, that's just farm roaches. They don't do anything. They're just everywhere. And
they're annoying,
they're
and they come
disgusting.
out of cornucopias of hell.
Yeah.
So my sister, she lives in Houston, and they just moved out of their apartment, but she called me and she was like, I'm fucking moving out. I think I made a bad choice because I just signed a lease for an apartment. I haven't talked to my boyfriend of 8 years about it yet.
Wow.
But fuck cockroach situation. She like pulled back her covers.
Yeah.
They were in her bed.
Wow.
They were in the closet.
Yeah.
They were in her dog, on her dog, not in her dog. She probably ate them. Shout out Annie.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, and her landlord said something like, oh yeah, nest probably hatched or something, and I had no idea.
That is absolutely
no one
disgusting.
Google that. Don't Google it. White cockroaches are a thing.
I'm getting like a lot of Sigourney Weaver alien vibes right now. Like, that is absolutely disgusting.
all about in my uterus.
Shout out to Sigourney Weaver for handling those aliens the right way.
And for, keeping
But
it
Austin's
tight, keep
Austin's
it
got
right.
a problem with it. Austin, like the city of Austin.
All my drawers are always open. We're shooting in the kitchen, like I said right now. But I had all my cell borer out and I keep the fluorescent lights on at night because I turn them on sometimes. I'll begin
they
to
just
drink
get-
water,
they just run.
and they're like, ah!
They're like, oh my God, she's here.
I have no food in my house. I'm moving on Thursday. Like, how are you still living? I'm not even living in here. But then again, I probably wouldn't survive.
Funny story, segue. Funny story, and then we'll get back to those important topics, of course, instead of talking about these goddamn cockroaches.
We talk about this all day. Especially if you're not
quick,
to be all the story.
I was at my sister's apartment over in Austin, and we were in like the third level of the parking garage. We just parked the car. We get out, and there's literally a roach on the floor, and he's dining on a piece of bubble gum, and he had both his hands up, and he was chewing on it literally looked like he was like it was Thanksgiving for him, and he's just like staring at us, and I'm like, this is bizarre. Like, it's absolutely bizarre, like how these things are super intelligent, they're everywhere, and they're so disgusting looking, and I'm sure they don't mean any harm. I'm sure they actually have some sort of, like every animal on this earth has some sort of positive or meaning, but they're just so disgusting
or a
looking.
post below if you know of anything that cockroaches do that are great for
let me
the
know, because if they have
that don't trigger any sort of PTSD episode or anxiety attack.
Oh my God. Yeah, for sure. It's crazy.
It's a sure way to cure agoraphobia. Just infest a house full of cockroaches.
Oh my God. So, I want to, like...
It's the wanna weigh in. Dun, 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 dun.
The wanna weigh in.
Wanna weigh in. How do you feel about millennials and acceptance?
Millennials and acceptance?
Do you think that they're more accepting of people with environmental health issues, or do you feel like they've just been given the vocabulary? We are just uniquely snowflake enough to say, I am depressed. Or do you think it's actually something that has been covered up?
It's weird. It's really weird now because we're in 2018 right now, and I am legitimately terrified, and I'm terrified because just this past week we had director of Guardians of the Galaxy, huge movie I'm a fan of. The whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. I am a nerd, of course. And he was fired as the director of the film.
42. No.
He was fired as the director of the film because of a tweet that occurred 20 years ago. One tweet. And an individual who was...
Twitter was alive 20 years ago?
I think so, yeah.
Twitter,
yeah.
Twitter didn't come along when I was 9 years old.
It was something like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably wrong on this time span, but... As
far as technology is concerned,
yeah, I'm probably shooting numbers, but I know that he was terminated from the film by Disney because there was some salty guy, aka maybe a millennial, that was like just offended at what, like, his goal was to take him down and take all these celebrities down, because now, like, it's becoming this thing of like...
Are you sure it wasn't as old and they were on his lawn?
No, it's like... people, I feel like millennials are... I can put them in this bracket because apparently they're super touchy. They're super touchy and they're very... And it's like, where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line with things like sexual harassment? Where do you draw the line with it, which is a super serious topic and happens all the time, really happens all the time, then people that really need to be... Like, where do you draw the line? And it's like, I feel like...
Then you bring in the awareness aspect of it.
Yeah.
Because there is no line if you're not aware that anything is wrong.
But what do you think about what do you think about the media empowering the idea of the millennial being super salty and super, like, sensitive to things like important topics that should be discussed by people who know what they're talking about?
You know, the whole I don't know what to call it, but like the suicide pact for news. Like, people don't usually talk about suicide completions anymore on the news because statistically, whenever you talk about suicide and specifics of how they completed the suicide or had a suicide attempt, then people are more likely who view that go out and try the attempt themselves, kind of like a copycat murder situation.
Okay.
So if we are just kind of going out and copycatting the whole millennial perspective, I don't know what we were talking about before, but I had a point, and it was going to be a good one. Mm-hmm. Do you remember what we were talking about before?
You were asking me. You were asking about entitlement, and if I feel that it is kind of correct that kind of like. I think you were asking me in a way if millennials should have as big of a voice as they have.
Yeah, because they have mediums like social media outlets now to have a bigger voice.
And I actually think that they had a voice before. People like this had a voice before, but they were not able to get it out as much as with the internet and things like Twitter and Facebook and social media, which is something that gives everyone a voice at any point in time, at any time of day. Like, you know, it's the greatest thing, but it's also the most dangerous. And we're at a point now with this form of people being like super sensitive and hyper aware and like trying to, you never really know when somebody's just trying to get a spotlight, because how easy it is to get a spotlight with the internet today. If what they're saying is
Fingers
reality.
Crossed for good.
Yeah. If what they're saying is a reality, or if what they're saying is because they want hits. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, I've seen it all the time. I've been on YouTube for how long now? You know, with, you know, my little YouTube channel that I did, and I used to get like aggravated because I'd be like, I put so much work into this video, putting this together, and I'm at like 500 views, and then there's some guy shooting himself in the face with a paintball gun, probably gonna go to the hospital, ruin his life, and shoot himself in the eye with a paintball gun, and he's getting like 1 million views. You know, like, and he's only doing it because he wants 1 million views. So it's like, is that all part of the same kind of construct of being a millennial and wanting attention?
Maybe. I think you're right. I think the answer is yes.
Okay.
It's just more, Batman, will you use your power for good or evil?
I like that impression. That was good.
That was Bane. That's all I know.
You are Batman.
You are Batman. But then I think I'm getting it.
Millennials have power.
Millennials
you gotta be a little more nasal with it. Tom Hardy was a little bit nasal with it like this.
I'm not as crazy as him, Batman. Let's talk more about millennials, shall we?
Let's talk a little bit about
Let's radically accept millennials for their innate ability to get multiple hits, and hopefully they'll do it for the greater good moving
Well,
forward.
okay, so the question you asked me was if millennials, if I believe that they deserve to have as big of a voice as they have today,
Yes.
in today's day and age. And I countered that
mental health
question
with what?
back to a question with you that I just had in my head and I just forgot, but I will totally get it back. What was it again? Oh my God, I just totally blanked. You know when you get so into something and you're like,
That's why, yes, that's exactly what I was
just
talking
literally, oh my God, I can't believe I just blanked. Oh, so do you believe that millennials, do you think that it should just be that the term, the phrase, the definition, the word millennials should just be axed out and just let's just keep it on a same level of like, this is just how people are today in general? Because you can also have people that literally hang out with millennials.
But then what are baby boomers and Generation X people going to do? Like, are we going to go talk to baby boomers and, seek out some 50s cookie cutter houses? No.
To be honest with you, I don't even
stop creating new cool things.
To be honest with you, I don't. Okay, so for me, because I think that the whole idea of like what we're seeing now with our president and with the amount of hate towards our president and like what people think about him and the voice that they have and Hollywood being behind this voice, but then Hollywood also having its own problems and other stuff, like. I think that people, it hurts me to say this because I know the justice system is so flawed already, but I believe wholeheartedly, I love my country and I believe wholeheartedly that with a situation like a millennial saying something about an individual that did something to them, I believe that individual should stand trial and it should be a case of innocent until proven guilty. Rightfully so. I don't think that a person's life should be ruined by some person who might just be salty or might just be looking to get quote unquote hits. I don't.
Or who might be suffering from some sort of MI. Or maybe
I was just going to say that.
Yay!
I was just going to say how I've known people in my life that have had literally legitimate problems mentally that they don't want to say they have, that they are just constantly lying, constantly making up stuff, constantly just wanting attention.
Putting it out there on social media. And getting attention through social media.
Exactly. Because
it's a dopamine trigger, right? You get likes and literally there's dopamine receptors that are just like, doing drugs. People can get addicted to it.
An example of that, my grandmother. Like, I'll say it right now. Like, I love her to death, but my grandmother, she loves attention. So like it might be the furthest part of an example, but like she's the type of grandmother that loves attention and she'll throw herself on the floor and start crying and be like, I'm in pain, I need to go to the hospital just for people to be around her, give her flowers and give her and it's like, you don't need to go that far. If you need attention or you want to be heard, there are so many outlets for you to be heard. There are so many quote unquote podcasts as this one is, like, or things that you can go to that your voice can be heard. You don't need to.
Should we have your grandmother on the podcast?
We should bring her on.
We actually should.
Shout out to my grandmother.
Shout out, Grandma.
She makes some great arepas con perico and empanadas. Spanish side.
Spanish side. I was like, I thought you were Italian.
They taste completely opposite of these goldfish.
How much time do we have left?
We're about 28 minutes in.
Cool.
For first podcast, we're doing good.
We're doing great. So let's wrap it up with the mastering self-soothe. Another thing that we do in therapy is you look at the work that you're doing and what are you mastering? Like, you got out of bed because you were depressed and you literally got out of bed. That's a mastery.
Yeah.
It can be as small as that, or it can be as big as recording a podcast and like getting through the day without taking a nap. That was my mastery.
Yeah.
Self-soothe. In the next 24 hours for self-soothing, I'm going to take a bath after I pack up all my books and boxes tomorrow to get ready to move. So what's your mastery and self-soothe going to be for the next 24 hours?
I love that you bring this up because I wholeheartedly believe that this is on the same exact wavelength as curing something with the brain. And I'm going to go back and harken back to an old school phrase, idle hands are the devil's plaything. And when I say that with the utmost confidence that if you are sitting around doing nothing but being depressed all day because you have this going on, just sitting around doing nothing will make it worse. It'll make your thoughts, it'll make everything 10 times worse. Trust me, because I've been there.
What is that? A body at rest stays at rest, or something about
Absolutely,
energy and
absolutely.
shit?
And for me, I've always been an artist all my life. I do this stuff, but like I love art, I love drawing, I love pencil and ink particularly. But as of recent, about 2 years back, I picked up sculpting, and
that's bomb, man.
And it is absolutely jarring to me how much it helps me when I have this constant train wreck of a thought process that won't leave me alone in my head.
That's a tip skill. We talk a lot about tip skills. We'll talk more about it on more podcasts coming up.
Just sitting there for like 2-3 hours and sculpting out something, and it might not be the statue of David, and it might not be, but it just feels great. And you know, try. I guess my advice to anyone out there, this is again advice, but it's not always easy for everyone. Some people just need to find that. Some people don't want to do this. Some people are so deep in the hole that they say, like, I can't even get out of bed, dude.
Sometimes people so deep in the dark need people to reach down when they can't reach up.
Yeah, exactly. And
John Lovett said that on Love It or Leave It, the podcast. Y'all check it out. It's really good.
Check it out. John Lovett. Good man.
Love it. Cool. So your self-soothe is going to be go sculpt something?
Just art in general. Photographs, audio engineering for me is, I love sitting, editing, post. I love sitting, creating art through film, through podcasts, through video. Like, it all helps. It all helps because it alleviates the mind. It makes you stop think. It puts your mind in a state to stop constantly thinking about negative crap.
That's
or
true.
Stuff that's going to affect you.
Just something else in your brain.
And speaking of attention, when you do something, it doesn't have to be sculpting, but when you do something like anything, if you're doing it because of that, you'll find more than likely it'll lead you down a path of somebody noticing and giving you that attention that you might seek or that you might want. I mean, my first time sculpts sucked. I'm better now, but in the beginning, they sucked. And my wife was there like, well, this is amazing. This is the best sculpt I've ever seen. And I knew she was bullshitting.
Thank you.
I'm like, come on now.
I know.
Come on, Carrie. Don't do that.
I know you're trying to validate me, but just be honest.
I know this looks like a turd.
Mediocre
I know
at
this
best.
looks like a turd. I know this looks like a big turd, but just don't lie. Like, don't lie. But again,
it's the turd from Caddyshack. It's the payday. You just like squeezed a piece of clay. We're like, it's a masterpiece.
Exactly. A little
Piece.
caveman.
It's a masterpiece.
A little caveman piece of my brain loved it. In that moment in time, I was like, this feels good. I know this is shitty, but my wife is here. She's telling me, and I got her attention. She loves it. It feels good. So again,
that's just sounds like my depression. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, I got out of bed. It feels good. Like, my brain's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like it's a teeter-totter back and forth.
It's almost like achievements. You ever play video games?
Yes.
You know, like when
I don't play them. I watch them. I used to want to be a video game story writer, content creator. Mm-hmm. So I love sitting and watching, but I'm really too competitive to play video games.
Well,
I can't
I feel
even
like
play
that's the
fucking
thing.
Go Fish.
That's the thing. Some of these people, like, they play games and it's like they get achievements and they beat some of these like super hard games and they just want that achievement. They want that trophy. Yeah. It doesn't mean anything. It's digital.
Exactly.
It's not a currency. You're not working. You can't pay your bills with it. It's just a little trophy that pops up on your screen and says, hey.
And that's the self-soothe.
You're good. You're a good guy.
What was your mastery again?
Huh?
What was your mastery today?
My mastery?
Yeah. What did you do that you were like really proud of yourself for doing?
Oh, I made my baby's diaper rash better.
Congratulations, Dad win! Hashtag Dad win.
I'm on the way. The way. She had a little bit of a diaper rash, and it was like, the typical diaper rash. And it sucks because when your baby gets a diaper rash, that baby's crying. It's crying because it's like, oh my God, help me, please. Why is my ass on fire?
Leave comments in the section for how to help Danny cure diaper rash.
But
all of your suggestions.
And I got some A&D ointment, some cornstarch, and I was just bam, 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 bam.
I Pinterested the shit out of my baby.
Yeah, and she's slowly, but she's getting better. It's going away, and I feel like I achieved something. I got a little trophy. When I looked down and I saw that she was a little bit less pink than usual in her buttocks area, in my mind I was like, bing, trophy.
Bing.
You did great
I'm
dad.
hyper aware that you're a great dad.
I try.
Danny, thank you so much for
3 weeks
being
in.
on the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the WANA fam. It's the new audio
The
engineer.
WANA fam. Yeah, this has been great.
Man.
This has been awesome. Thank you for having me. Thank you for reaching out, and I love the honesty. I love all of it. It's great, and I hope to
have you on
create many
board.
more stuff with you.
Yeah. And before we close up, I just want to let you guys know that if you don't have a support system that you can call and you're having suicidal thoughts or start developing a plan to attempt suicide, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. It provides 24-hour personal support. I have called it before when I've been suicidal and when I was involuntarily hospitalized. They helped me so much.
I'll throw that number at the bottom of the screen too.
Awesome. It's 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255.
There is always a person
Always.
that's there that wants to, like, you are not alone at all.
You're
ever.
never alone.
Just get on the phone and just do it. Like,
Yeah.
if you feel like that, it's super important that you just understand that you are not alone at all.
And remember, you're not alone because we are no Alamo.
We are no Alamo.
We are no Alamo.
By the way, before we go,
Go ahead.
one last thing. I want to ask you, because what exactly, We Are No Alamo?
Yes.
I want a definition of what We Are No Alamo, why We Are No Alamo before we head on into the sunset.
We are no Alamo comes from when I was previously voluntarily hospitalized in last April. My roommate Nikki and I, we were, just sitting in the room after group therapy one day, and we were on our nighttime meds, and I looked up and there was a writing like someone had put up on paper. It said, "You are not alone." But I looked at Nikki and I said, "Does that say you are no Alamo?"
Oh, cool.
Because it was prescription induced.
Oh, nice.
So she said, "No, it says you're not alone, but I like you're no Alamo better." So it's We Are No Alamo as an inclusive. It doesn't make sense, funny name, but we want it to be a big organization. Want to make a big impact on everybody.
Cool.
Check out wearenoalamo.com, facebook.com/wearenoalamo.
And this is
Join
also
the
the
Facebook
first,
group.
your first video podcast.
This is the first video podcast, guys. So let's make it
Going up on YouTube.
going up on YouTube.
Channel name still to be decided.
It's We're No Alamo, but we're gonna put it down at the bottom of their Danny. Just gonna put it down at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
Got
cool.
anything else you want to head out?
No, I think we're good to go. I think this has been a great episode, and I look
Check
forward
back
to doing
next
many
week.
more. And check back next week for a new episode. And yeah, thanks for being, what's the word I'm looking for right now? Before we forthcoming,
Forthcoming or
honest, honesty. We're all about honesty here.
We're
Anyway,
about honesty.
let's
Cheers, mate.
ride on into the sunset.
All right. Remember, you are not alone because we are no Alamo.
We are no Alamo. Take it easy,
Take
guys.
care.
See you next week.
Bye.